right, so we are trying something new this week, Ms. Donna and I. We are recording the asynchronous lesson on YouTube for you guys to watch and do your work at your own pace. So we hope that you guys enjoy this. Please leave comments down below to tell us how you guys feel about this, all right? So let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is look at our agenda for the week. Boom. So you guys should have on Monday finished 2 teacher assigned lessons in R.A.C.E. 2. Should have did those Monday. If not, go do those right now. Pause this video. Do the lessons. Then on Tuesday, you guys should have completed a assessment in Mastery Connect. Did you do your assessment? If not, pause this video. Go do that assessment in Mastery Connect. It's called Common Assessment. Go do it now. Then you guys have this video to do your work for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So in this video, you guys will be doing 4 assignments, but they all kind of go together, okay? So don't be freaking out about that, okay? So the first assignment you guys will be doing is completing a context clue graphic organizer with Ms. Donald. So you have 4 unfamiliar words or phrases, actually 6. You have 6 unfamiliar words and phrases that you have to determine the meaning of. So you have to define those. And Ms. Donald is gonna walk you through those. So that's the first thing you do. Second, you guys are going to complete a research graphic organizer with Ms. Taylor, okay? So you have to use 3 different sources and answer a research question, all right? The next thing you guys are gonna do, and y'all are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I don't wanna do this. You have to write 3, this many, paragraphs, okay? But you can use your graphic organizer. I promise it's super easy. We got y'all. Me and Miss Donna, we got you, okay? We're gonna walk you through it. So let's get started. First thing you need to do is log into R.A.C.E. Okay, that's where all of your assignments will be due. We will be showing you guys the pages. I'm gonna have them up in the video, what the page should look like. It's gonna be like over here somewhere. What the page should look like that you should be working on. So go ahead and log into R.A.C.E. If you don't know how to log into R.A.C.E, all right, so the first thing you want to do is go to classkick.com. Once you get to R.A.C.E, you're going to see this screen. You need to go up to the top right-hand corner and click Login and then click Student. Once there, you'll see this page. Now, we don't use a class code, so you're going to click Log In. And then you're going to type in your username and your password, okay? Then you just click Log In. And there you go. If you do not have your password or if you don't know your username, be sure to ask Miss Taylor or Miss Donald what that is, okay? So we can get it to you so you can log in and do your assignment. Okay. All right, moving on. Now, Miss Donald is going to do the context clues graphic organizer with you. So, Miss Donald, take it away. It's all yours.
All right, this is our work on finding unfamiliar words or finding the definition to unfamiliar words. So we've done context clues before, and that's just looking at the words and phrases around the word to help you understand what they mean. We have an example here of a word as collector. First step 1. Identify the unfamiliar word. This one has it for us. We see it's collector. Step 2, identify context clues surrounding the unfamiliar word by highlighting them. See some words highlighted. Step 3, create a definition that helps you to understand the unfamiliar word. Have a definition here. Step 4, insert your new definition into the sentence to make sure it makes sense. We want to make it make sense. All right. So I'm going to read our first sentence. The results have been placed in functional wooden frames and hung in a line in the No Frills exhibition box of the Mayer Gallery. The exhibition comes on the heels of a recent auction of some of Congo's works in London, at which an American collector paid $25,000 for one painting, 20 times the expected price. All right, we have our first word, collector. We are looking at context clues around this word. We underlined it here. If we look in the same sentence, we see Congo's works in London. We remember who Congo was in his paintings. All right, we see the word American. So American describes the collector. It's what kind of collector it is. And also the collector paid $25,000 for one painting. 20 times the expected price, so a lot more than what people normally pay for that painting. All right, it says, I see clues about the collector paying much more than expected for a painting, and the author describes the collector as American. I also know to collect means to gather, so a collector must be a person who gathers or collects things. In this case, they're collecting paintings. All right, so we did step 3 with our group definition. Well, we created a definition and we insert the word here. So I'll go back to that second sentence. The exhibition comes on the heels of a recent auction of some of Congo's works in London, at which an American person who gathers paintings paid $25,000 for one painting, 20 times the expected price. So that goes with it. It makes sense in the sentence. So that is our definition that we will write down here. All right. Okay, we have another page about unfamiliar words. Remember those steps: identify unfamiliar word, identify context clues surrounding the unfamiliar word by highlighting them, as seen here. Create a definition that helps you to understand the unfamiliar word. In step 4, insert your new definition into the sentence to make sure it makes sense. All right, our first phrase on this page. Unfamiliar phrase is plays a delicate game of tag, and that is personification. Do you remember what that word means? I'll give you a hint. It has the word person in it. The word person in it helps you understand or remember. All right. An audacious pink splotch at the center plays a delicate game of tag across the paper with a couple of different blues. That's it, and it really works. For Congo to have finished this picture as he finished it, for a monkey to be this minimal, is deeply concerning. All right, so you want to see what this word plays. A delicate game of tag is one of our figures of speech. Pause here to do those steps and find out your definition. Okay, here.
All right. Thank you, Miss Donna. She is so amazing. I know y'all just love her. Now we're going to move on to the next slide on your class kit, which is doing some research. So you guys have a research question. Why was Congo such a unique animal? Everybody has their own opinions on why Congo was unique. So you should be on that graphic organizer. The page looks like this right here. You should be on this page. We're going to start from the top where it says first, okay? So your task is to find evidence from 3 different sources to support your answer of why Congo is such a unique animal. First, you need to complete the blue graphic organizer. Then you're going to go down to the bottom where it says second and look at each source and find evidence to support your answer. Okay, so I know that sounds like a lot, but I'm going to walk y'all through it. First, you have your research question. Why was Congo such a unique animal? What do you think? Answer it in that box where it says my answer. So Congo is unique because. Pause the video, answer the question. Okay, now that you've answered that question, we are now going to work on gathering evidence. So this is going to be the tough part. So I've included an example for you guys on the class kit. My example is not from the Congo text, though, okay? It's from the Hachiko text because I know y'all would try to copy my answer, right? Let's work for you. So no. So first box says source. It tells you what article or the video that you should be looking at. So my source was the Hachiko text. Next, it says citation. This is where you're going to put the specific location of your evidence. So my evidence came from paragraph 25. When you get to your citation box, you put the paragraph that your evidence came from, okay? Moving on. Then where it says evidence, you give us a direct quote to support your answer, okay? So my direct quote says, as the years passed and Hachiko got older, he became very stiff and could barely walk to Shibuya Station, but still he went every day. So I have my direct quote. Then I have to explain, how does this evidence show that Hachiko is loyal or a unique animal? I said this evidence shows Hachiko is loyal because he still went to the train station every day, even after his owner stopped showing up. So I have included my citation, my evidence, and I gave an explanation. Now, when you go to write on your paragraphs, you're going to chunk all of this stuff together, okay? So it'll make more sense when we write that. But for now, you're doing the citation, evidence, and explaining your answer for each source. So the first source is Monkey Master. We've already read Monkey Master. So you just go through and find evidence to support why why Congo was such a unique animal. So what do you think? Huh? Okay. Now you need to go find evidence to support that. So pause the video. Go find your evidence. Now. Okay. You guys have found your evidence from Monkey Master. You are ready to move to the next part of the graphic organizer. The next part is where you watch a video about Congo, the monkey, the chimpanzee. And you find evidence from that video to support why you think he was unique. So watch the video and then find some evidence, find something. Where it says citation, you're going to put like the seconds, the minutes and the seconds of the video, or you can just say in the video and use the video's title for the citation. For evidence, you're going to tell us what they said. So in the video, it showed or something like that. You don't have to give a direct quote, but you need to make sure that you're telling us something that happened in the video. And then that last box, of course, you're giving your explanation. So how does this evidence show that Congo is unique? Pause the video and go do that right now. All right. Now you are ready to move on to the last part of this graphic organizer. It is where you go to the Congo, the chimpanzee text, which is right here, looks like so. You go there and you guys are going to do the same thing you did for the Monkey Master text. Give us a citation, quote some evidence directly from the text, and tell us how this evidence shows Congo is unique. Now, because Miss Donna loves y'all so very much, she read the text for you guys. So I'm going to pass it to Miss Donna and let her read that text for you guys. You can read it, watch it with her. Make sure you're filling out your graphic organizer as she's reading. Miss Donna, take it away.
All right, I will read our text for today. Congo the chimpanzee. Let me share that screen. All right. Congo the chimpanzee, the birth of art, December 2019. It is the work of Congo, not that of the prehistoric cave artists, that can truly be said to represent the birth of art. Desmond Morris, 2005. Surrealist artist and zoologist Desmond Morris is selling his private collection of paintings and drawings by Congo the chimpanzee, with whom he famously worked from 1956 through 1959, observing and recording the apes' interest in creating art for art's sake, and sharing his findings with the public through books and television. The Mayer Gallery's exhibition of some 55 paintings, pastels, and by the chimp would be the last opportunity to acquire work by Congo, who made some 400 artworks during the experimental 3-year period. Morris, whose research methods were extremely rigorous, worked with a number of other apes over the years, but none exhibited Congo's ability to focus. No other apes were controlling the mark making and varying the patterns as he was, Morris recalls. I originally picked Congo out as one of the more boisterous at the zoo and felt that his strong personality would respond well to focused periods of working together. Morris's efforts were rewarded, and approximately 70 paintings were created during what he describes as Congo's peak phase, in which the chimp began to experiment with balancing forces, creating repeated motifs, and elaborating on what had become his familiar fan pattern. Morris saw this progress as evidence of primates, and therefore man's innate urge to make and play with visual patterns, and was able to observe the intense pleasure that Congo derived from the sessions. A selection of paintings from this period were exhibited at the R.A.C.E, driving a flurry of interest amongst collectors, including Pablo Picasso, Joan Miro, Roland Penrose, Herbert Reed, and the Duke of Edinburgh. Now 91 years old, Morris has continued to explore the subject, publishing The Artistic Ape in 2013, in which he brought his studies of animal picture making up to date, including substantial material on Congo, but also healing with other animals and tracing the evolution of human artistic endeavor over 3 million years. His first volume on the subject of ape art, The Biology of Art, 1962, was the first book to deal with this topic. His book, The Naked Ape, 1967, was translated into 29 languages, hailed as a landmark study on human evolution, and was listed among the top 100 bestsellers of all time. The gallery's exhibition, Ape Artists of the 50s, 2005, which showed the work of Congo alongside 2 other primates, was held in the same year as a momentous Bonham's auction of Congo's work, in which 3 of the chimp's paintings were sold for £14,400, more than 20 times their estimate. Morris says of his decision to sell all but one of his favorite paintings at this time, "I'm holding on to the serious scientific research notes that I made during my years working with Congo, but at 91 years old, I now would rather that the paintings and drawings be made available to other collectors, to whom I hope they will bring as much pleasure as they have to me." To accompany the exhibition, the Mayer Gallery is publishing a 200-copy limited edition catalog raison illustrating Congo's entire output, which will be on sale during the show, with all catalogs signed by Morris.
All right, so now we're done with that graphic organizer, okay? You should have citations evidence, and explanations for all three sources, those 2 texts and that 1 video. All right? So if you want to pause the video and this is all you want to do for today, you can pause it and pick up tomorrow. Or if you'd like to keep going, let's keep going, all right? Go ahead and go to the next slide, which should look like this. It'll be your putting it all together, writing your paragraph slides. So your assignment is to write 3 race paragraphs explaining how Congo is unique. You're going to use evidence from your graphic organizer to help you write. So Miss Taylor and Miss Donald have put together a model paragraph to show you what each of your paragraphs should look like if you are using RACE, okay? So I'm going to go over that with you guys. You should be on that slide looking at that example. So the first part of RACE says you should restate the question. Restate or rewrite the question and turn it into a statement. So the question was, why is Congo so unique? Or why is Hachiko, in my case, so unique? So I said Hachiko is a good example of a unique animal. I reworded the question. I turned it into a statement. Next part of RACE is the A, where you answer the question. So what's being asked? Answer all parts of that question. The question is asking you guys, why is Congo a unique animal? So you just give them your answer. My answer was because he stayed loyal to his master his whole life. Now it's time to cite the source. So tell where you found examples and details in the text. In paragraph 2, or the text states, or the author stated, or according to the text, you can use any of those sentence starters, and then you're going to give your evidence. Mine says in paragraph 25, it states, as the years passed and Hachiko got older, he became very stiff and could barely walk to Shibuya Station, but still he went every day. If you listen, you'll notice that came directly from my graphic organizer. So all I'm really doing is copying and pasting from that graphic organizer and pulling it and putting it onto my slide with my paragraph. I'm putting it all together like the slide says. Last part of RACE is where you explain your response. So you give evidence from the text. You just gave evidence from the text. Now you need to add your thoughts in there. So I said, this evidence shows Hachiko is loyal because he still went to the train station every day, even after his master stopped showing up. His master died, and although readers aren't sure if Hachiko knew or not, readers did learn that even once he got old, he still went to the station at the same time every day. He even died there. He's a true example of a unique animal because of his loyalty to his master. So I got a whole paragraph, and all I had to do was take all that information I did on my graphic organizer and plug it in, put it all together. Now it's your turn. So I'm going to walk you through your first paragraph, okay? And then for paragraph 2 and paragraph 3, you're just going to do the same thing. First, you need to restate your question. The question is, why was Congo such a unique animal? So how can you restate that? Pause the video, type it out. Okay. Now you need to answer that question. So you've just restated it. You probably said something like, Congo was such a unique animal because. Now you need to give your answer. Why do you think Congo was such a unique animal? Remember, you already answered that question on the slide before this one. Go just copy and paste and plug your answer and make sure the sentence sounds correct, okay? I'll give you a minute. Pause the video and do that. Okay, now you are ready to cite your source. So you can say something like in paragraph blank, whatever your paragraph was, or the text states, the author stated, according to the text. You can use any of those sentence starters that we have provided right here. And then you're going to just tell your evidence. Make sure you use quotation marks. Please, 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 please use them around your evidence. Go ahead and pause the video so you can type that out on your paragraph right now. And now it's time for you to explain your response. So this is where you're going to explain your evidence. You're adding your thoughts. How does your evidence support your answer? You need to answer that question. You can say this evidence shows, or this evidence means, or for example. Any of those sentence starters will work. Go ahead, answer that question. Also remember that you answered it on your graphic organizer. You may want to add a little bit more than what you typed on your graphic organizer though. Pause the video, go ahead and answer that. Okay, you did it. You wrote a whole paragraph. I am so proud of you. I'm proud of you. I don't care what anybody says. I am proud of you. Now you are ready to do your paragraph 2 and your paragraph 3. So for your first paragraph, you probably use your evidence from Monkey Master. Your second one, you can use your evidence from the video. And then your third paragraph should be using the evidence from Congo, the chimpanzee, okay? So when you're done, you're gonna have 3 different paragraphs with evidence from 3 different sources. Go ahead and pause the video, work on that. Come back to me when you're done. All right, now you're done. You did it. You did those 3 paragraphs. You don't have to worry about anything else. You did all your work for this week, right? Huh? Okay, so hold on. Let's make sure we did all our work for this week before you close this YouTube video. Did you do those 2 already lessons? Okay. Did you complete your Mastery Connect assessment? Okay. Did you do those context clues graphic organizers with Ms. Donna? Okay, good job. Did you do your graphic organizer for your evidence to answer your research question? Okay. Did you write your 3 paragraphs? You're done then. See how easy this was? I told y'all that y'all could do it. Me and Ms. Donna, we believed in you guys. If we don't see you and get to tell you ourselves, we're going to tell you here. We hope that you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you all on Monday. Bye. Peace out.